अक्षरं ब्रह्म भगवान् पुरुषोत्तमः जनो जानन्निदं सत्यं मुच्यते भवबन्धना. With prostrations at the divine feet of Bhagwan Swami Narayan, my Guru Hari, Pramukh Swami Maharaj, and my Pragat Guru Hari, Parambhuja Mahant Swami Maharaj, my heartiest Namaskar. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Swami Narayan.
Jai Swami Narayan.
And a very good morning.
मैंने जो पहला जय स्वामी नारायण बोला એટલો વાત ના તો તેલ
It's overwhelming, highly energetic, and my eyes are filled with pleasure to see such a well academically qualified youth energy here in this hall today. And I'm being told that in this international conference of CA students, not just from all the states of our country, but from the adjoining countries as well, the students have joined this conference. And to see so much of youthful energy converging at one place, not just to better their academic progress, but to learn the lessons of life and thus be an important element of the society and the nation, is giving us, the elder generation, a promise that our country will rest on very strong shoulders that you all possess. And thank you very much for that. And well, the topic shared with me today is mindful resilience. How to handle stress in tense situations. How to take care of your own self, how to remain stable in circumstances and situations and people around you which are not conducive, not helpful, opposing or competing. So basically it is all about managing stress in this atmosphere of high professional expectations. In today's times, where there are tremendous work pressures and pressures to deliver in deadlines. Well, you all are in a profession where much is expected of you. We have the seniors sitting here, Sunil Talati ji, the ex-chairman of icai, Mangesh ji, Central Council member, Khandelwal ji, who is the conference director, and all the other elders that we see today. They have passed through certain situations and circumstances in life, at their workplace, in their personal life, in their family life, that these situations have created high pressure, high stress, and people have managed it. The first important aspect, now listen carefully, how to manage pressures and how to manage stress is acceptance of the reality. Acceptance of the reality that this world, when you go out into the professional field, when you venture into the commercial fields, is not a bed of roses for you. There is severe competition outside, cutthroat competition outside. You will have to possess academic edge. You will have to possess talent edge. You will have to possess professional edge. You will have to possess social connectivity edge. You will have to master your profession. This is the first fundamental, foundational value that is expected of you. You need to cultivate that value so as to handle pressures, handle stress at your workplace in this ever and over demanding workplaces. First aspect is this: acceptance of the reality that there is severe competition. There are hundreds of students and hundreds of professionals of my caliber, of caliber above me, with whom I will have to work, with whom I will have to compete, so I need to prepare myself well. Am I right, Sunilji? I need to prepare myself well. If you prepare yourself well, if you have done your homework well, if you know your profession well, then you will be able to face that competition at your workplace, and then you'll be able to handle pressures and stress a bit better. When Sachin Tendulkar went to Pakistan to play his first international test, he was a lad of 16. The first test was at Karachi in Pakistan, and Sachin was facing the likes of Waqar Yunus, Wasim Akram, and even spin talent like Abdul Qadir, and such quickies, international class pace bowlers who could swing the deliveries on both the sides, cutting to 1.5 to 2 feet. And they bait Sachin lot many times. They fooled Sachin lot many times with their pace and swing. Sachin was frustrated. He tried to hit every ball, but many times he could not connect. Even Imran Khan was bowling against him. He got out on 15, walking back to the pavilion. Now listen carefully. Walking back to the pavilion, he experienced tremendous pressure and stress on his mind. This he writes in his own autobiography. And he tells himself, international cricket is not my cup of tea. I will not be able to perform at the international level. I'm fine with myself at the domestic level. I cannot face such quickies, such pace and swinging deliveries of Imran Khan or Waqar Yunus or Wasim Akram. This is not my game. He walked back to the pavilion, put his bat, gloves, pads, went straight to the washroom, and he writes that I almost cried in front of the mirror that this is my first and last international appearance. International stage is not my cup of tea. After he came back from the washroom, Ravi Shastri, who was then the coach or the manager of the team, he asked Sachin to sit beside him in the viewing gallery. Ravi Shastri started a conversation with Sachin Tendulkar. सचिन जी, आप तो इस तरह से खेल रहे थे जैसे ये स्कूल क्रिकेट है. सचिन सेड, रवि जी, इन लोगों की पेस ट्रेमेंडस है, मैंने ये पेस कभी नहीं खेली है. और जो स्विंग हो रहे थे वकार यूनुस के और वसीम अकरम के एट 90-95 माइल्स पर आवर की डिलीवरीज गिर रही थी और जो स्विंग हो रही थी, आई थिंक इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट इज नॉट माई कप ऑफ टी. तब रवि शास्त्री ने ये बात सिखाई, एक्सेप्टेंस ऑफ द रियलिटी ऑफ कंपटीशन टू हैंडल प्रेशर एंड स्ट्रेस. बिकॉज वी आर नॉट एक्सेप्टिंग द रियलिटी. आप ये सोच रहे हो तो चलो सीए बन जाएंगे, जॉब मिल जाएगी, कोई कंपनी में बैठ जाएंगे, प्रैक्टिस 5-7-10 साल के साथ खोल देंगे. जितना जल्दी और आसानी से आप ये बोल सकते हैं, इतना जल्दी और आसान वो बात नहीं है. Accept the reality. Ravi Shastri told Sachin Tendulkar that I saw your innings sitting here and you are playing like a schoolboy. You are not playing like an international player. You are trying to hit each and every ball. That you can do in your school cricket. You can't do in international cricket because as you are talented with the bat, this trio, they are highly talented and highly experienced, and a couple of them have played international cricket for more number of years than your existence. You have to respect them as well. Don't try to hit every delivery. First lesson of preparing yourself for the next encounter. You have to prepare yourself, do your homework well. Ravi Shastri gave him the second advice, that while playing a test match, don't look at the scoreboard for the first half an hour. First 30 minutes, don't look at the scoreboard. So you all CS students, for the first 3 years, don't look at your salary. Just work like a donkey. But smart working, not just donkey working. Hard work like it, but smart working. First 2 or 3 years, don't look at the scoreboard. Don't peep into somebody's career कि यार ये तो मेरे साथ ही सीए हुआ था, इनको इनका मिल गया. Never that. Accept your situations and your circumstances in life. Ravi Shastri tells Sachin Tendulkar, don't look at the scoreboard for the first half an hour when you are at the crease. Just settle yourself there, settle your eyes on the field, get the line and length of the deliveries that are being bowled at you. Try to get into the opposition team's plans, how to get you out. Try to protect yourself against the opposition plans. This is all the preparedness that you need on the field. So Ravi Shastri gave $1 million advice to Sachin Tendulkar. Next test, that was second test at Faisalabad, Sachin Tendulkar perfectly followed Ravi Shastri's advice, doing his homework mentally and emotionally, which made him more stronger and stable. He scored a 50, he got out at 59, but then he cemented his place in the playing 11, went on to become the god of cricket with 100 international tons. So pressures and stresses are part of life. Remember, pressure and stress are inevitable. How to manage it, we learn it. The first aspect, accept the competition, prepare yourself well. Then you will be able to handle the pressures and stresses well. Secondly, failures should be met. मैं ये शब्द प्रयोग कर रहा हूं. जीवन में अगर निष्फलता नहीं मिली तो वो जीवन ही नहीं है. If you can learn 10 things from your successes, you will learn 20 things from your failures. So failures are necessary in life. They are absolutely necessary. Sometimes because of your mistake you fail. Sometimes you are less prepared, you fail. Sometimes even when you perform well, still circumstances don't favor you, you fail. Sometimes you are the best in the team, but office politics fails you. It's part of the system. So the second aspect of handling pressure and stress at your workplace, mindful resilience, is that you tell yourself that I'm definitely going to meet failures in my course, in my journey of life. Those failures may be in personal life, in family life, in social life, in your professional life. At the moment you're all students, so maybe in your academic life, you will meet failures. उससे घबरा मत जाना, बैठ मत जाना, रुक मत जाना, चलते रहना. So because failures are part of life. I have read more than 500 biographies and autobiographies from Sachin Tendulkar to Nelson Mandela to George Washington to Abraham Lincoln to Winston Churchill to Pramukh Swami Maharaj, everybody. They have seen failures in life. They have seen big failures in life. It makes you strong. It gives, rather opens up new avenues for you to venture out. It creates new opportunities. Failures make you more friends. People have a belief that success makes more friends. Success makes companions, not friends. सक्सेस मेक्स कंपेनियंस. पार्टी टाइम एंजॉय करने के लिए जो आते हैं वो कंपेनियंस बोलते हैं. सक्सेस विल गिव यू मोर कंपेनियंस. फेलियर्स विल आइडेंटिफाई फॉर योर सेल्फ योर बेस्ट फ्रेंड्स इन लाइफ. तो ये 5-6 कारण मैंने आपको दिए हैं. I gave you the 5-6 reasons why failure is necessary in life. So forget having tension in your life. What if I fail in my exams? Never. Use your failure as a stepping stone. Use your failure to cultivate more inner strength. Use your failure to access the boundaries of daring beyond the ken of human intelligence. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam in the year 1957 went to Dehradun because he had a dream to become a pilot. He appeared in the written test, he passed it. He appeared in the oral test, the results were awaited till evening. The institute wanted 8 students. They had in that batch a facility for 8 people. So they wanted 8 who would pass out the exams. In the evening, Abdul Kalam came to know that he is not in the selected top 8. He ranked 9th. So he missed the passing mark, maybe just by a few marks. Like any other student, any other human being, he felt a bit depressed. He felt a bit dejected. When he left from Rameshwar for these exams, when he left, his Guruji had told him that you are going all the way to Dehradun. Don't miss out to have the holy bath in the Ganga river. So then he said, okay, I had my exams, I failed, okay, they did not accept me. Let me go to the next assignment. So he went to the Ganga river at Rishikesh and had a fine bath. Then he came out of the river and he just was looking around where to go now. And he saw an ashram, he went there. He met the saints there. कोई संत उनको मिले. वो संत पहचान गए कि कलाम मतलब अब्दुल कलाम के चेहरे पे टेंशन है, स्ट्रेस है. This Dr. Kalam has written in his own autobiography. The saint called him near and asked, I see some tension and some pressure on your face. Is there an happening that was not according to your liking? Then Abdul Kalam narrated him the whole story, that I failed these exams, it was my dream, now what to do? How would I go back to my village? Because my entire village had given me a wonderful farewell and they were all expecting me because I was the most intelligent engineering student of my village, of my whole region, of my whole caste at the moment. And how would I be able to show my faith? The saint said, don't get worried about this. Failure is part of life. But believe in yourself that you are able to make it, if not today, tomorrow. And more importantly, the saint said, perhaps God has designed a better plan for you. This is the most encouraging word that could ever exist in anybody's life. When you fail, tell yourself, God has some definite bigger plans, better plans for me. When you fail, don't get dejected and depressed. Don't get into stress and tension. The topic that has been given to me, mindful resilience. A mindful resilience is telling yourself failure is not the end of the road. One failure doesn't design or define your career. One failure does not define or design your life, your personality or your character. Anybody who is a name in the society, anybody who is sitting at the top in any field has gone through many failures in life. Sunil ji, am I right or wrong? Absolutely, he says out of all his experience. So first thing when you fail is tell yourself, I'm not going to get depressed or dejected. Second, tell yourself, I'll try again. With better hard work, with smart hard work. Third thing, tell yourself, God has definitely designed a much better plan for me than that is what in my mind Let me, as it is told in the Maharashtra folklore, charer veti, charer veti. Keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. So the second aspect of handling stress and pressure at your workplace or in your life is never be afraid of failure. Embrace failure with your hands wide open. Hug failure that, okay, you are also part of my life. And remember one thing, nobody has shown, that is, nobody shines in life only by successes. Only if he has seen failures and still walked, still climbed the mountains and sitting there, only he becomes an inspiration. People who are born with golden spoons, they are never a source of inspiration. People who have struggled through failures and reached at the top, they create a legacy, they are inspirations. So the second important aspect is that. Third important aspect of facing pressures, facing or managing stress at your workplace is bettering your human relations with people. See, individual talent can win matches. Only teamwork can win tournaments. Individual talent can win matches, but only teamwork can win tournaments. This is a principle. So believe, आप में से कोई सीए एग्जाम में नेशनल स्कोरिंग होगा, नेशनल रैंकिंग में आएंगे, तो कॉलर खड़ा करके ईगो में मत आ जाना. Because you will need help of people at your workplace to succeed. You will need family support to succeed. You will need a good friend circle to give you comfort in times of pressures and failures to succeed. You will need good books, reading to energize you time and again for success. So for success, not just your academic qualification, from books to friends, to family members, to support staff in your team, to your working colleagues, to your office bearers, you will need capital N, capital E, capital E and capital D, NEED. You will need all these supports in life. When you are in pressure, when you are in tension, the best key for you to come out of that atmosphere is good human relations with people around you. So that you get help, so that you get support, so that people would come forward to you and try to tell you that I'm with you. That is the biggest stress buster. That is the biggest pressure buster. According to a Harvard University survey, listen this carefully. This is a very important survey, especially applicable to all the students who are following some fine professional courses, as you all are. Harvard University survey says that people lose their jobs basically for two reasons. One reason counts for 85% of the lost jobs. Another reason, just 15%. Then Harvard University conclusion paper writes at the end of this statement. Listen very carefully. 15% of the jobs lost by people is because of something less on technical expertise in their subject. But 85% of the jobs lost by people is because of their inability to connect with people, work with people, and make some good teams. So human relations with people counts more than your academic degrees. Human relations with your working colleague counts more than your talent to come up with projects and finish the projects. Again, individual academics, individual talent, can win up a project, can do a project. But to have a wonderful career of 50 or 40 or 50 years in your profession, a dignified career, you need a good teamwork and good human relations with people. Our Guru Pramukh Swami Maharaj, he created this BAPS Swaminarayan Sanstha, the organization that I come from. We are one of the largest organizations in the world with a permanent seat in the United Nations as an NGO. We run more than 1,500 hospitals, hostels, schools, colleges, community centers, sanskar kendras, mandirs and akshardhams all over the world. How many of you have been to Akshardham at Gandhinagar of Delhi? Just raise your hands. All of you. I come from that organization. Pramukh Swami Maharaj was just 5th standard pass. Forget English. He could not speak a good grammatically correct sentence in Hindi. And yet he created 1,500 institutions of social service in a span of 45 years. That too after his age of 51, because he became the guru, he became in other words, in your professional language, he started his career at 51. From his age of 51 to 95, he created 1,500 institutions of social service. That is gifting an institute of social service, either a hospital or a hostel or a school or a college, whatever, every 15th day of his life for 45 years. कोई सीए को आप मिलो, कोई सक्सेसफुल चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट को आप मिलो, उनको पूछना कि आप हमारी फ्रेटर्निटी में, भारतवर्ष में तो होंगे शायद 5 लाख चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स होंगे, पूछना कि हमारी फ्रेटर्निटी में एक भी चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट ऐसा है जिन्होंने हर 15वें दिन एक नए शहर में एक नई ऑफिस खोली हो. सुनील भाई छेवा कोई क्या थी हो? Pramukh Swami Maharaj created an institute of social service every 15th day. He initiated 1,100 saints like us, and more than 800 of them are graduates, postgraduates, chartered accountants, doctors and engineers. More than 150 saints in the organization, they have graduated out of Ivy League colleges, Harvard, Stanford, Carnegie Mellon, Yale, such type. And more than 50 saints have graduated from such colleges. They are born American and British citizens, more than 150 of them. ये मैंने आपको इसलिए कहा कि आपको ये ना लगे कि कुछ चला नहीं होगा, कुछ जमा नहीं होगा, इसलिए यहाँ के बैठ गए. ज्यादातर लोगों को होता है कि कुछ चला नहीं होगा, जमा नहीं होगा, इसलिए यहाँ के बैठ गए. I think all of you are under the age of 30. All the students sitting here. Yes. Under the age of 30. Yes. 20, 25. That means under the age of 30, I'm giving the upper limit. 2-3 ट्रायल वाले की लिमिट भी मैंने अंदर ले ली. Why I said this? I finished my engineering before you all were born. I finished my engineering 32 years back. तो सोच के समझ के यहाँ आए. यहाँ क्या करना है वो पता है, वो कर रहे हैं. कहने की बात ये थी कि प्रमुख स्वामी महाराज such a simple man, but he could create this. Why? He was an expert, he was a master, and not using these words for him, but that was natural from his heart that he could connect with all class of people. He could connect with all generations of people. That connectivity, that selflessness, because he lived his motto, in the good of others lies our own. आज मैं आप सभी को एक की देता हूं, एक मास्टर की देना चाहता हूं. कनेक्टिविटी कैसे बढ़ाएं, फ्रूटफुल कनेक्टिविटी कैसे बढ़ाएं, पर्पसफुल रिलेशनशिप्स कैसे बढ़ाएं, और हमारे रिलेशनशिप्स में ट्रस्ट कैसे बढ़ाएं. आई थिंक दिस इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर इन लाइफ. Yes or no? Yes. And this is the key to your success. तो एक जीवन मंत्र प्रमुख स्वामी महाराज का है, वो आप हृदय में लिख लेना। वो जीवन मंत्र पे वे जिए और इतनी सारी बड़ी संस्था उन्होंने खड़ी की। एंड दैट वाज इन द गुड ऑफ अदर्स लाइज आवर ओन, इन द प्रोग्रेस ऑफ अदर्स रेस्ट आवर ओन। हाउ इज दिस प्रैक्टिकल? नाउ लिसन केयरफुली। Whomever you meet, greeting them from a smile to an inner wish that how can I help this person today? How can I make this person happy today? ये भावना अंतर में एक बार प्रकट करना, प्रकट करने के लिए एक बार मन में बोलना कि ये व्यक्ति मुझे जीवन में प्रथम बार मिल रहा है या 10वीं बार मिल रहा है, ये मुलाकात के बाद मेरे पास से कुछ वो लेके जाना चाहिए। ये मुलाकात के बाद मैं उसको किस तरह से ये मुलाकात में मदद रूप हो सकूं। हाउ कैन आई मेक हिम हैप्पी? ऑलवेज कीप द एटीट्यूड फ्रॉम योर फेशियल एक्सप्रेशंस टू बॉडी लैंग्वेज टू योर इनर सेल्फ। हाउ कैन आई मेक पीपल हु कम इन कॉन्टैक्ट विथ मी मोर हैप्पी? हाउ कैन आई मेक हिम एनरिच्ड इन हिज मीटिंग विथ मी? ये एटीट्यूड से आपके मन में उस व्यक्ति के प्रति अच्छे विचार आएंगे। दैट वुड रिफ्लेक्ट, that would be reciprocated, and the bonds of connection will go strong and trustworthy. This is the secret of human relations. And how does it help? I'm right into the topic. How does it help in reducing your stress and tension? Because when you have stress, when you have tension, when you are under pressure, this will be the people who will become your support. समझ सकते हैं कि शायद कोई आपके काम में सपोर्ट ना कर सके, लेकिन फोन या टेक्स्ट करे कि कोई तकलीफ हो तो बोलना, हम आपके साथ हैं। ऑफिस के बाद नीचे आए तो वो वहां खड़े हैं कि लेट्स गो एंड हैव हाफ एन आवर ऑफ रिलैक्सेशन, आई एम विथ यू। दैट इज ऑल्सो बिग सपोर्ट। सो बेटर द ह्यूमन रिलेशंस, better you will be at your workplace, better you will be able to manage your stress and tension, better you will be able to take up wonderful projects, big projects, finish those projects on time, and better yourself as a personality and as a character. This is the power of human relations. और एक अच्छी बात है, see, until the 90s, it was a common thinking in the people that those who are high on IQ, they could manage things well, they can work well, and they can lead well. But after the 90s, they found that sometimes people who were high on IQ, yet they were managed. People who were high on IQ, yet they were managed by people who were less on IQ. People who were high on IQ, they were managed by people who were less on IQ but more on EQ. Emotional quotient. See, IQ matlab, intelligence quotient matlab you think rationally. You deal effectively with the situation. There is a purposeful interaction. What is EQ? It is all about empathy. You know people well. You can understand their feelings and their thoughts. You can understand the feelings and thoughts of your own self. And you can well connect with people. So ये 1990s के बाद पता चला कि IQ से तो ज्यादा EQ वाले लोग लीड करते हैं. And again the scenario changed, because from IQ to EQ it changed, especially in the Silicon Valley. हम गर्व लेते हैं कि हमारे IT ग्रेजुएट्स हैं, वे सिलिकॉन वैली में जाते हैं, $100,000 की सैलरी है, $200,000 की सैलरी है, $500,000 की सैलरी है. Who is paying them? Who is giving them the paycheck? It is given by sometimes by these white smart managers who are not even BCom. But they know how to handle people, they know how to extract work from them. किसी को $2.5 लाख की तनख्वाह देते हैं, लेकिन उसके दिमाग में से $1 million का काम ले लेते हैं. So that was a change of scenario. Again at the turn of the millennium, after 2000, again the scenario changed. That people with high spiritual quotient, SQ, they could lead people with high IQ and high EQ. That we saw in the life of Pramukh Swami Maharaj, and today our Guru Mahan Sai Maharaj, that they could lead the organization well. Because to lead a corporate is comparatively much easier than to lead an NGO. Why? Because at the corporate workplace, you pay and smile. At the corporate workplace, the work culture is pay and smile. That is, the employees, they like the pay of their employer. So there is a